Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Strength. I am brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. I'm going to do your Just for Today in a meditation with you for June the 21st. I made it by the hair on my chinny chin chin. It is 11:56 a.m., so I'm still with you this morning. Let's go ahead and get right into that meditation. All right. This is June the 21st, 2022, and the title of it is New Levels of Honesty, page 179 in that meditation book. And it says here, a quote, "We have been experts at self-deception and rationalization." Let me repeat that. We have been experts at self-deception and rationalization. Basic text, page 28. When we come to our first meeting and hear that we must be honest, we may think, well, now that shouldn't be too difficult. All I have to do is stop lying. To some of us, this comes easily. We no longer have to lie to our employers about our absence from work. We no longer have to lie to our family members about where we were the night before. By not using drugs anymore, we find we have less to lie about. Some of us may have difficulty even with this kind of honesty, but at least learning not to lie is simple. You just don't do it, no matter what. With courage, determined practice, the support of our fellow NA members, and the help of our higher power, most of us eventually succeed at this kind of honesty. Honesty, though, means more than just not lying. The kind of honesty that is truly indispensable in recovery is self-honesty, which is neither easy nor simple to achieve. In our addiction, we created a storm of self-deception and rationalization, a whirlwind of lies in which the small, quiet voice of self-honesty could not be heard. To become honest with ourselves, we first must stop lying to ourselves. In our 11 step meditations, we must become quiet. Then, in the resulting stillness, we must listen for truth. When we become silent, self honesty will be there for us to find. Just for today, I will be quiet and still, listening for the voice of truth within myself. I will honor the truth I find. Now, that's a very powerful reading. I just want to say, I feel like it piggybacks off of the reading we did yesterday in regards to meditation for beginners. Okay, so now it's taking you a little bit further into deeper waters because it's talking about the 11th step, and it's talking about moving past just not lying, right? Being honest. There's new levels of honesty, or I would say deeper levels of honesty. Because in the meditation, as you see at the end of this, it says that as you become quiet and in that resulting stillness, you learn to listen for the truth. And that truth is going to be your guide if you honor it. Okay. Many people, they have a very strong inner voice about truth. They hear it, but a lot of times when a person is really still wrapped up in the disease of addiction, right? They're two polar opposites. You can have the ability to stay still, listening to your thoughts, and very analytical, right? The self-honesty that this Just for Today in a meditation is talking about. But you can also quiet that voice. A lot of times it was there when we were using. We just chose to ignore it or put it up on the shelf because we wanted that next one. We needed to do what needed to be done so that we can continue to stay high. Well, we're different today, right? We still have the potential to ignore that inner voice, ignore that inner truth that comes to us in our meditation. However, if you choose to honor it, you will find not only that you have less to lie about, but you don't even want to. You don't even want to. You'll find yourself saying, I'm not really sure how you're about to take this, but I just need to say this for me. This is how I feel about this. I would like it if you would do such and such. And if you're not able to do such and such, that's totally up to you. But I am going to take care of myself. I have to take care of myself. And so this is a different level of honesty now. It's way past just not telling a lie, because the easiest way to learn how not to lie is just not to lie. The problem, I think, sometimes with us in recovery is that we have been so used to telling the brutal honesty, just saying whatever we needed to, the way that we needed to. There was no diplomacy. We were not diplomatic in any kind of way. We just spoke the truth if we knew it would startle a person or push them away from trying to engage us, right? We used it, we benefited from it in being rough and honest, to a fault, right? But today we don't do that. We don't hurt people intentionally with our words. We don't need to sugarcoat anything, but we don't hurt people intentionally with the way that we're saying things to cause harm, right? So that's counterproductive. Today we don't have to do that. We can be mindful of each individual that we're sharing with. We can be mindful of who we've come them to know. Some people need honesty delivered to them in a way that also shows that you're very compassionate and caring about them, right? And so we learn how to sit that truth down on the love of couch and deliver, whatever it is we need to say. And then some people, they need it a little bit more rough. But by far, the majority of individuals are the type that would appreciate some common consideration to bestow upon them the dignity of being a human being when we're talking to them. And so I just want to encourage you today to take your honesty to a new level. Not just telling the truth, not just telling the whole truth, right? But learning how to tell your truth. And that comes by getting quiet enough to hear what your truth is, and then honor that. But also in that beautiful relationship that you're developing from within, you also need to be mindful. Now, other people are not going to always identify with you in your expression. They may make it seem like you're crazy for even sharing your truth with them, or whatever your truth is that you are sharing, right? Or trying to live by. Some people will try to knock you down a few notches. That's ridiculous. You letting that get next to you? No, I'm not letting that get next to me. I'm letting what's inside of me be my guide, right? I have a general ideal of how to be respectful and treat people with dignity, and I expect the same from others, right? So I'm not letting that bother me. I am just saying that my internal compass is saying that this is not okay with me. And I no longer have to say yes when I mean no, right? Or say no when I actually mean yes. Or say either when I mean maybe, right? I can honor who I am according to my own truth today, right? And hopefully you do have a relationship by this time if you're into establishing honesty on a different level, your self-honesty. Hopefully you have a higher power that is also a strength that you draw on regularly. My name is Mighty Stream. I am looking forward to talking to you tomorrow and make it a beautiful day. It's a warm one here in Southwest Michigan, but we are going to take it because we know winter is right around the corner and our winters are rough. So take care, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow.